Hi, I'm Dan.
I'm Gabe.
And I'm Bryce.
And together we are
The Three Thumbsketeers.
And Matt.
Hey. And
Our intern, who we still are not paying.
And also a small, adorable little dog.
And then there's Steve.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
Wherever Steve is.
Good old Steve.
I'm just playing
This
with...
is the story.
I'm just playing with Bryce's dog right here.
No one cares about Stanley.
Alright,
cares
Matt.
about the dog.
Yeah, everyone loves
Alright,
dogs.
so Matt, my shit.
All of his
Look here.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Tap on it.
Stanley
Keep
decided to
trying
go
to
to the
open it.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No,
trying,
keep trying.
Keep trying.
Keep doing it.
Enthralling gameplay.
Go on.
Enthralling commentary.
Gotta keep trying.
Oh, it's not working.
It's not working.
It'll work.
I must have been
2 seconds later.
Is this the right one?
probably not.
Yeah, I thought it was 4:30.
Yeah.
Is it 4:30?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Here, back up for a second.
Maybe it's another one.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it only works after you do another ending, because some things are like that.
Oh yeah, just keep going, I guess.
Alright.
Try 431. Go back. Try the next
I
one.
don't think.
Try 431.
Where is that?
It would be
Wait, actually turn around.
431 I think is a cubicle.
Go back.
Oh.
That door. The one.
429.
429. Just press it a few times.
5 times.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I'm gonna keep touching it.
Probably
Only
hearing
be
dog.
5
You might be hearing dog sounds in the mic. That's because there is one. I already said that. But
I
I
guess
just
just
wanted
keep
to say
going,
it
Matt.
again
It's not working.
because this dog is adorable. Okay.
Alright, just keep going.
Alright.
Follow
Stanley came to 2 doors. He entered the door on his up.
Close that door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Yeah.
doors, he entered
Yeah.
the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Of
Absolutely.
course. That's why you're gonna fly through it.
Yeah, just go through it.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yes.
So you're gonna get ready to fall off the edge.
We're gonna fall off the edge.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Now you're gonna get on that elevator thing.
The platform.
But there's gonna be a
It's gonna move.
You wanna get onto this catwalk.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off
You have
on
to
the
wait
wrong
till it's
foot
over.
here.
Where are
I'm
we
not your enemy,
Ow.
really. I'm
Ow,
not.
ow, ow, ow.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the
It's gonna go
fact
over,
is that the
you wanna
story
jump
has
off
been
and
about
make it
nothing but
Forgot what
you.
ending
Get ready,
this
get
was.
ready.
This time,
I'm getting ready.
there's someone you've
This
been
is like-
neglecting,
Come on, come on, go, 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 go,
Someone
go.
Right?
You can go now.
No, go now. Just drop off.
Please,
Go, drop.
stop trying
No,
to make
no.
every decision by you. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story
My bad.
and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Absolutely.
Look, Stanley, everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Alright, we'll try it one more time.
Alright.
And then we'll do mine. I already know what ending I'm gonna go for,
Alright.
so I'll just do it.
Even now,
gonna try
Stanley's
this one
office
again,
was
'cause I know
Wait, go back and click the 430.
looked like
5
Was it
times.
a
No.
Just try it.
painting? Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Dang it.
Maybe try 437.
Cause I think it's one of those things. Cause like there's that window ending, but it's only
Stanley
when
went
there's a bunch
around
of
touching
papers on the floor.
every
Yeah,
little
it's-
thing in the office, but it didn't
So
make
it's like a
single
random
difference,
chance thing.
Nor did it advance the
Maybe.
story in any way.
Keep going. Keep running. Left, right, left.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
We gotta get that drink, whatever it's called.
Wow, yes, this room. What but eager to get back to
What
business, Stanley
Yeah,
took
he
the
just-
first
he doesn't-
open door on his left.
Forward. Now,
Okay.
once you get onto that platform,
The moving platform.
Stanley was
You
so
wanna look
bad
to
at
your
following
right.
directions, it's incredible he
Or
wasn't
right, it
5
doesn't really
years
matter.
ago.
So you see that catwalk going across right there? That's where you want to go. You just have to wait for it to go over it though.
Look, Stanley, I think
so
perhaps
now
we've
look to your
gotten
left.
off on the wrong
Look over
foot
the edge of
here.
the buffalo.
I'm not your enemy, really.
How
I'm
far are we
not.
gonna go over?
I realize that investing in
You
your
Just
go
wait
up.
till it's over and
someone
then
else
walk
can
off
be
this
difficult.
onto the
Like
catwalk.
now?
No,
No.
not
No,
yet.
look to the
Story
left.
has
You're gonna
been
go
about
left
nothing
side.
with
Go off the
you
left side, yeah.
all this time.
Get ready.
Look down.
Get ready.
You've
It's
been
gonna be any moment
neglecting
now.
Stanley.
Okay,
Now,
go,
now.
go, go, go.
One you forgot. What?
Yeah.
Really? I was in the middle of
That
something.
was
Do you
very
have
wrong.
zero
No, that way.
consideration for others?
The way you're
Are you
facing.
that convinced that I want something
The way you're
bad to
facing.
happen to
Not
you?
that way. The other
Why,
way. There you go.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
My
chance.
side. Alright,
This is the good one.
going downstairs.
Doggo.
Doggo.
Are we going downstairs?
Yes, go this way.
Keep going.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Alright.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Now I
Stanley
understand.
walked through the red door.
He did
I
not.
still don't think we're communicating properly.
Turn
Stanley
around.
walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Good. Good, I don't want you to stop me.
Here it comes.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you wanted?
Wait for it.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I'd written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here,
I wonder if the
Stanley. Help
narrator's
elucidate
voice
these
is actually the
strange
voice
and
of the game
unknowable
creator.
desires of yours. What would have made this game better?
that
What did you
make it
want
interesting?
to see? Vehicles? Skill
even now.
trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark
Yes,
at
let's
a
do
new
vehicles.
design.
Give us
You
a
can give me
tank.
some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels
No, don't take it.
where we were before. Go ahead.
No, I think we do
Take
take
it for a
it.
spin.
Don't do it.
Yeah, take it.
It's fun.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
Go
Would you
on.
say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Alright, which button do I press?
What is it? I don't know.
A one? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a one? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard.
Alright, go to the orange door again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped
Go
you
five.
feel
No, go
motivated
five.
to keep
Go
walking
five.
through
Go
doors?
five?
Yeah, go five
Again,
this time.
honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
Here it is.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot
The
it up.
best one.
Alright, then after this I gotta go. This is a good one.
Someone's coming.
In this
Ow.
moves left
Yeah.
towards danger. You can to move
Yeah,
it
just kind of let out a moan.
Press the button.
For 4 hours.
No, no, don't. Oh.
all about the desperation and tedium of
I lied.
endlessly
Don't
confronting the demands of family.
Alright, can I press
I think the
button? I
art
wanna hear you.
world will
You wanna
really
watch
take
Baby.
notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear
But you
once
also
you've
have
been
to press the
playing it
button.
for about 4
I know.
Let it go, it's
So
fine.
why don't you give
Dude,
it
it's
4
fine.
hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to
I
keep
know.
notes on your experience.
And there it goes.
You heartless bastard.
Ouch!
Because you
Yeah.
hate babies purely to spite me. Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
And that was it, right?
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see.
Oh, this is great.
What do we have here?
There's still more.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Wait for it. This is great.
What is it? Oh my god.
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Oh my
At last,
gosh.
one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
He's gonna build a house.
Where is it?
The spoon go. Yeah.
Behind
No.
you. Oh yeah, behind
Here.
you.
And then.
Wait, turn again. There.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own
Great.
I can build-
inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Absolutely.
There we go. Go all the way in.
I can't go any way. It's not.
Turn around.
Maybe try to close the door.
Okay, go back out. Oh, no.
Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond.
There you go.
Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
There you go, mining.
Great.
Welcome to Minecraft Simulator.
Looks better than Minecraft.
Where am I supposed to go?
Mining.
Down.
Down? Oh,
there.
right here.
Dude, see that?
Oh my, it looks like it's
Got
going
a
to get a
parody
bit
of the
dark.
music.
You brought a light?
No. Absolutely not. So.
Down.
Keep going down.
Can't see anything.
Keep going down, Matt.
I'm trying to figure out how where. Okay, I
You
can't.
can see.
Not really.
We
from
can
this-
see.
I can see.
You turn to the right.
Dude, I'm
And
not
just
at
walk
an angle.
straight.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had
You gotta
in mind.
turn to...
I'm looking for
go to
something
your
more
right.
narrow and linear.
No, turn around.
Something that
There
makes
you
you
go. Right,
feel
now,
utterly
turn.
irrelevant.
Turn
This
around
won't do at
completely.
all. 1 out of 5.
Now go forward.
Even the diamonds couldn't
Look up
save
a
this
bit.
one. Okay, new game.
Okay, there you go.
You're
How long is this ending?
It's...
Pokemon.
Well,
Game-
I gotta
game
go.
wishes.
So.
I want my Nintendo fix.
Oh, that's she called. I guess.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
It's so funny because he gets like so excited about this.
You wanna
Alright,
go out?
Go out of the room.
There is a way out.
Right there.
To the right.
To your right.
The glasses moved.
Turn right.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley.
Good puzzle.
Your forte.
Go pick up
Totally
the
the
box.
first portal. Grab it.
I can't grab it. I gotta push it.
You can't grab it?
No.
Oh,
Sadly,
you could
no.
grab it.
Interesting.
I don't think I can.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
can.
Yeah, you
Never
can.
mind. I was wrong.
God.
Jeez.
You gotta drop it. There you
Let's go.
You wanna come on?
Ew.
Oh, come on.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here.
Just go through
You
the
can pretend
elevator.
you've beaten the game if it makes it any...
Flat.
And now, this.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that in the game? I can't see anything.
Nani?
Yeah, it's just. Now it's just like a thing. Keep turning.
You're at a dead end.
Yep.
Oh, there. Keep going.
What is this?
What is
The
this?
bright colors. I'm waiting for the jump scare now.
There's no.
This way?
Yeah.
Alright. That.
Trying to see. I'm literally at an angle that I cannot see well.
You can move if you want.
You gotta turn the camera.
You're on a wall.
Open the door.
What the heck? Come on. Where's the end of this?
Oh, that's where you are. You're
Alright.
in the original Stanley Parable game.
Yep. The original.
I remember playing this game. Alright. There you are.
Where am I hitting?
Almost.
And we're back!
Yeah, so Matt had to leave, but we're gonna continue this.
And restart.
Yeah, we're gonna begin the game again, because that's pretty much it for this ending.
Yep.
There's not really an ending, it's just kind of showing you this is beta Stanley Parable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool
Yeah.
that they included that in there. Like,
Well, it's not
Everybody-
beta Stanley Parable, it's original.
yeah, well, yeah.
This is a remake of it.
It's a remake of a remake of
Yeah.
a reboot of a game of a movie of a reboot of a book.
Even the narrator is new in this one.
Like, a bunch of people, like, praise, like, these new games, like, oh, so much attention to detail, but, like, Stanley Parables actually does a lot of really cool little snippets and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally. There's probably even more endings than people know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Alright, I'm gonna do the
Stanley
ending that I
decided to go
want
to
to
the
do.
meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed
think I know
support and
what one
guidance
is.
from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Oh, well, that one. I don't know if... I don't remember how to get to that
When
one,
Stanley
but
came
I
to a set of two open
So you have
doors,
another-
he entered the door on his left.
Yes. Unless it is that one. But I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And this
But
is
Stanley
begin.
just
There's a car.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I
Are you
am
seeing anything,
crazy.
Gabe?
All of my co-workers
Yeah,
blinking
I'm
mysteriously
understanding.
out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Yes. Yes, you are, Stanley.
Or not.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
It's great.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Yeah,
and in that
everyone
moment,
knows.
she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
The Stanley
Deep.
Parable.
So deep.
Alright, well, guys, that's where we're gonna end it. Thanks for watching.
Just let that muddle in your brain for a while. It's pretty
Just think about
heavy
that.
stuff.
Hey, but I want to see, why isn't this working?
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What are you trying to do?
That was a new. dialogue line.
Yeah, I think it depends on dialogue.
Alright, well guys,
Yeah.
we'll end it here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.